91. Àwọn nǹkan kan wà nínú Psalm 91 yìí tí ò yé mi, mo ti kà kò yé mi. So mo máa kà briefly níwọ̀nba.
No. Yeah, my sister, Ejo, give me 1 minute. Imati Baba wa Jellins. Kakosari fi ọ̀rọ̀ jomi tó rọrọ̀ máa bọ́lẹ̀. Forget. Torí ní àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kan tá à ń sọ nínú comment section. Forget. Baba mi Jellins mo kí yín jàre.
Baba, I greet you, okay?
So about pé ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń sọ nínú comment section ó ti ń lọ far jù, and I can't take interesting. So à ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa jagun gbalẹ̀ and so on and so forth. Now let's talk about inception. Àmọ́ pé ìran gbogbo Yorùbá láti Òtù Ifẹ̀ láti jáde. Now the statement, or let me say the question is, when we were living that bowl, tá a lọ tẹ ìlú dó, did we go by conquest? Did we conquer? Ṣé a lọ gba ilẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn tó wà níbẹ̀ láti fi tẹ ìlú yẹn dó ni? Baba wa Jellins.
Mo dá yín lóhùn pẹ̀lú question that you responded to honestly. I said again, mo dá yín lóhùn pé there is no record that those lands were empty. Again, my emphasis is not on taking over land. I also agree that ọmọ Yorùbá ni mí, mi ò ní fọwọ́ sí jíbélé Yorùbá. I will never be arguing that we gba ìlọ́wọ́ anybody. I'm saying that I'll give you different cases. Even in Ìlọrin, nígbà tí Aoled tó fẹ́ lọ tẹ̀lú rẹ̀, I'm sorry, Afọ̀njá. Okay, kí ni ó make consultation, let's go and settle a new land. Because there are people there, there are Ìgbèríko. Again, that is how we settle land. Now, calm down now.
Baba mi akara.
Calm down. I'm not saying I did not argue that we go and conquer Ajalegba. Our Yoruba ní system, because èmi ò ń ṣọmọ àlè Yorùbá. No matter what any narrative anybody want to say, we have a system of creating new land, which I'm very, very fully aware of.
Wait, again, I said ajá ilẹ̀ Ẹ̀gbá àbí kí lẹ sọ? So pé ilẹ̀ Ẹ̀gbá yẹn ajá Ẹ̀gbá àbí kí lẹ sọ?
Mi ì sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o.
Okay.
There is no record. Line tẹ̀sọ́kẹ́ bó sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ sí. There is no record though those lands were empty. Even though I will not say that, I will never argue that Aloja ilẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹnìkan, because it's a Yorùbá land.
Now.
Ẹ̀rọ tí mo ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ argument wa, ẹ̀rọ tí pé ẹ mọ̀ pé Ilé Ifẹ̀ ni ìṣẹ̀ǹdálẹ̀ Yorùbá. Mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ yín pé ṣé Ogun State, Ọ̀yọ́ State, Ondo and co, were they inside Ilé Ifẹ̀ ìgbà yẹn? Any no? When we spread out.
No. Wait. Stop. Don't. No. You asked me, say our other lands, say what one Yoruba states, and I said that yes, they spread out of Ife.
We spread out of Ife.
Yes. Now, give me 1 second. Let's use a real life scenario. Even
we're talking about land, though. We're talking about physical land. Go ahead.
But do it one by one. Baba Jellins,
I don't like I'm respecting you, but
now, I like using the modern day scenario. Even Tabawo was saying, right? Nílẹ̀ Nigeria. Àwọn ilẹ̀ kan ṣe wà tó ṣe pé kò sẹ́nìbọ̀dì tó ń gbé bẹ́ẹ̀ tó ṣe pé igbó níbẹ̀. Now tí ọlọ́dẹ kan tó bá ní agbára tó bá lọ síbẹ̀ síbi igbó yẹn tó bá lọ dẹ ẹran níbi ibẹ̀ yẹn, á end up sọ ibẹ̀ yẹn á sọ di ìgboro. That's how communities, city state was being built nílẹ̀ Kòtò Òjìrè. Even Ọ̀rànmíyọ̀ tó lọ sílẹ̀ tó fẹ́ ta Ọ̀yọ́dó. Àwọn Ìbàrùbá ti wà ńbẹ̀, àwọn Tápà ti wà ńbẹ̀. In fact, Tápà ló fún ní ilẹ̀ kan pé stay in this particular area. Tẹ́ bá rántí, and that's where the name Nupe came from a particular man in Tápà named Nupe. Now, ilẹ̀ tí Ọ̀rànmíyọ̀ dúró sí yẹn kò gbalẹ̀ yẹn o. That's why today in Ọ̀yọ́ consists of not just àwọn ọmọ Kòtò Òjìrè. The development of Ọ̀yọ́ constitute of Ìbàrùbá àti àwọn Tápà. Kò fi tipátipá gbà, even though ìgbà tá lọ sí Benin, remember pé Ọ̀rànmíyọ̀, he had a camp outside of the Benin gate. Kò wọnú Benin láti gba ilẹ̀ wọn. That's why a máa sọ wípé orí àpèrè Benin yẹn ni títí wa nìkan, àwọn ọmọ Benin ò kì í ṣe Yorùbá. Orí àpèrè ni Yorùbá. To why? Because gbalẹ̀ yẹn. Now,
educated history. mi fẹ́ ká lọ sí
educated historian.
mi ẹni sùúrù.
Ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ yín lọ.
ẹ sọ̀rọ̀.
Eloquent Impulse Foundation. Ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ yín bàbá ń gbọ́ yín. Jellings.
Okay, ẹ jẹ́ kí n máa sọ̀rọ̀ mi lọ́wọ́ on mute. Now,
educated history kan la wá fẹ́ sọ ń bí o.
educated history ni èwo ni educated history. So no, nǹkan tí mo
educated history ni Jellings pé yín àti change orúkọ yín.
wọ́n ṣe mistake ni wọ́n mọ̀
I
ní
made a
dáadáa.
mistake educated history.
Yeah,
we know each other. Bàbá ẹ lọ jókòó yá rẹ kọ ṣàmùrẹ. Educated history. I never push an agenda or a narrative that Yoruba Jalegba. No. If an argument was tailored there. The purpose Akaragun, but mo explain pé Abraham àti Lot àwọn ilẹ̀ fún wọn. That is the reason why I said which is happening till tomorrow. Again, history. Oníkálùkù máa pick history tó ti favour. I said there is record in the Bible of how Aṣe ilẹ̀ fún Abraham àti Lot. I also agree that anybody can argue it can say it's controversial. I also admit it. But there is a record of pé wọ́n ilẹ̀ fún wọn, and it was a vast empty land. Mo wá sọ wípé mo wá related sí pé even in our own we too we spread out empty land that acquire everything is not war and conquer Ajalegba. Now, only
quick question.
You
are making two mistakes, Jellings. You can't acquire an empty land. You can only acquire land that was there, that's owned by somebody. Then you acquire it from that person. So those two words can go together. You can't acquire a land that is empty that nobody owns.
Good.
To understand.
That's where the two of us are now discussing. In Yoruba land, the same narration you just said now, related to Yoruba land, how we spread out.
Baba, you are saying that we acquired lands.
Leave him now. Let him talk. Let him explain. I will learn now. Ẹ má short educated student.
Ẹ má worry. Educated.
Ẹ má short wọn down. Let him explain.
Educated history wa sọ history bí.
Akaragun, I have a question for you. I have a question for you.
Ẹ má worry. Ta ló kí mo Jellings sí? Ancestor ló máa drop wọn.
Ẹ kálá gan bí báyìí o.
Ancestor ló máa gbá ancestor láyé gbogbo nǹkan tí Jellings ń ṣe. Ẹ má drop Jellings at least àbí now.
Bàbá mi àkàrà ẹ ṣe dàrí mo ti máa drop sí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni nǹkan tí Jellings ń sọ in our history we always couple.
I just came up to like
forest. I think get off.
No, I let it fly. I'll keep that.
You are disturbing our mothers.
You
are disturbing our mothers. Ashe Orisha wọ́n bí ni. So, ẹni sùúrù. Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe lẹ́yìn kankan.
Okay.
Àtàní tó kéré tí rapture fi ń gbé àwọn èèyàn. Rapture ń gbé àwọn èèyàn ni omi they understand. So Jesus ti dé ni because wọ́n pa máa fi yálẹ̀ àbámú bàbá.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ má bínú. Ẹ jẹ́ n béèrè question.
Tó gbá wa o.
Màmá mi.
Rapture gbé yín. Okay. Oya ọmọlẹ́yìn mo yin engage ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi àbí Jellings pẹ̀lú
ẹ tún gbé mi látòrí Twitter ẹ tún gbé mi bọ̀ ń bí yìí ẹ fẹ́ tú mi fó ó tiẹ̀ ti dá.
Ẹ má bínú ancestral advocate.
Ẹ tún gbọ́ ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi wá
mo like orúkọ yẹn báyìí mo ti gbọ́.
Màmá mi ó káyìn náà lára ní ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì ìjà wọn máa mánéèjì wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn yé mi wọ́n ní ẹ má lọ jù ẹ̀yẹn máa mánéèjì ó ní tàbá rí kinní kan ṣe bọ àáfù kinní kan ṣe bọ.
àáfù ẹ fẹ́ béèrè question ẹ fẹ́ engage based on the key factors ẹ má sọ kẹ lọ sọ́dọ̀ ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi because I think engage Jellings.
ẹ ṣeun gbogbo lé ẹ má bínú wọ́n ní tẹ́ bá wo verse yìí mo ti kàkàkà kò yé mi it's one of the verse tí mo like gan kódà mo mọ̀ sórí Psalm 91, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ibi tí ó yé mi bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé, ìgbà tí mo download another, this restore King James version, ó wá da ọ̀tá mi lórí rú. Ẹ jẹ́ ká mú báyìí, bàbá ìṣù àwàrà. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bá mi fetí sí tí mo fẹ́ kà yìí o. Mr. Jennings, ẹ bá mi fetí sí o. Ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi, ẹ bá mi fetí sí o. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo bẹ̀ yín kẹ́ ẹ dẹ̀ dá mi lóhùn. Only he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High. Ẹ bá mi máàkì the Most High yẹn o. Shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Ẹ bá mi mark Almighty yẹn o. I will say of Yahweh. Ẹ bá mi mark Yahweh o. He is my refuge. Àti mọ̀ pé ọkùnrin ni, wọ́n tún ti confirm ẹ̀ fún wa. And my fortress. My Elohim. In his, my Elohim. In him will I trust. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ wọ́n mention èèyàn mẹ́rin bí báyìí. Bible lè dá orí mi rú, kò possible. Wọ́n mention Most High. Wọ́n mention Almighty. Wọ́n mention Yahweh. Wọ́n mention Elohim. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, my question is, ṣé èèyàn kan ní àwọn mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin yìí? Tí wọ́n bá ń ṣe èèyàn kan, ta ni Most High? Ta ni Almighty? Ta ni Yahweh? Ta ni Elohim? Surely he shall deliver me from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover me with his feathers, and under his wings shall thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, gbogbo lé àti bàbá mi ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi. Ìbéèrè mi ni, ta ni Most High? Ta ni Almighty? Ta ni Yahweh? Ta ni Elohim? Ẹ ṣeun.
Mi ò rò pé ìbéèrè tẹ ẹ jẹ́ kí n kọ́kọ́ kí yín bẹ́ẹ̀ tiẹ̀ kí mi. Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ mo kí gbogbo ilé. Bàbá mi àkàrà ògún. Bàbá mi àti ọ̀rẹ́ mi àkàrà ògún. Bá tiẹ̀ gba Yahweh gbọ́ papọ̀. Still you are my friend. Even though you're a senior friend, let me put it at that. Bàbá mi ọmọ èṣù àwàrà. Gbogbo ilé mo kí, kò sẹ́yìn kan tí mo yọ tẹ̀ sẹ́yìn, gbogbo ilé pátápátá. Mo kí ìyá mi ancestral advocate, ancestors advocate náà. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n wá lọ sórí ìbéèrè tán bí mi. Ìbéèrè yìí kò nira àfi tá a bá kàn wò pé a bá kàn fẹ́ mú nǹkan tí ò sí níbẹ̀ ni. Now, mi ò mọ̀ nípa Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀ lọ títí. Ṣùgbọ́n mo mọ̀ pé kò ṣe title kan ni wọ́n fún bàbá yẹn. Láwọn tó morí kì ẹ̀. Ó ní Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀. Wọ́n á tún ní òun ní bákan, òun ní bákan, òun ní bákan. Now, ẹ jẹ́ kí n lọ sí orí ààrẹ Nàìjíríà. Wọ́n ní is the president, the same person, is the chief commander of armed forces. Is it different person? And all is resident in the same office. Is the president, it is known. Is the chief commander of the armed forces. Ṣé èèyàn kan náà ni, ṣé office kan náà ni? Now, Yahweh náà ní àwọn orúkọ. Now, tá bá sọ pé Almighty, everybody know, and capital in the Almighty tells us so much. So, many other things that are used here, I think, is a play of word. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti verse 2. I will say of Yahweh. Now, ó ti dárúkọ Yahweh. That means that Yahweh is my refuge. Simple English. I will say of Yahweh, Yahweh is my refuge and my fortress, my Elohim. So the same person to me. So it's one and same person. Ko nira. To him will I trust. In him will I trust. So the same person, verse 2, is referring to, it's not saying Yahweh is different from Elohim, except you want to interpret it that way. And that is not the intent of the original writer. Verse 2, he said, that we dwell, me read better, but I'll start from where I can read. That
based on verse 1 check out, I just based on verse 1. No, move any suru, ejo. Also, pé Elohim and Yahweh are the same thing. Is Elohim according to Jewish text? He said, Elohim, Yahweh, my Elohim. Yahweh, my Elohim. Ló sọ.
Bàbá mi, ẹ jẹ́ ká tún kà.
Ẹ tún kà.
Okay.
I
will say of Yahweh. Ṣó ti dárúkọ Yahweh? Èmi àti ìlà ní conversation, sir. I will say of Yahweh. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n kà, but we are having conversation. I will say of Yahweh. Yahweh is my refuge. Ṣé mo ṣì kà báyẹn?
Ẹ máa sọ náà.
Good. And my fortress. Then he puts a full column. My Elohim. Now, ìgbà tí mo máa kí, I didn't know mo bọ̀ ìgbà tí mo máa kí, mo ní méjì mo ní ọ̀rẹ́ mi àti báwo mo ṣe pè yín. So 2 persons mo dẹ̀ ti ṣàpèrè president náà.
Now, nǹkan tí mo wá ń sọ fún ni pé that analogy you gave is incorrect. Baba,
okay. What makes it incorrect, sir?
We have fallen in one new mole.
Baba mi.
Any sùúrù ancestor ẹjọ́.
Yahweh is not any sùúrù, sir.
Any sùúrù ẹjọ́. We have 401 new mole. According to Hebrew text, even Greek, Yahweh, Elohim are plural, not single entity. Now, my Elohim, also pé Yahweh, my refuge, my key. Oh, full stop. See, Yahweh is my Elohim. Now, Elohim means my own God.
You will allow me to talk, sir.
Any sùúrù ẹ máa talk. Mo fẹ́ mú ibi tẹ́ ti ṣì tú. Mo fẹ́ mú wá ni. Now, tí máa sọ pé education symbol sí lókè, àbàbá ìṣù wà ń bí. Now, mo pé àwa sọ wọn pé I take refuge in Nobatala. Or I take refuge in I take refuge in Eshu. My savior, my guidance. My own irumole. Part of this Elohim, Yahweh is his own. That means it's his plural already. Emerson is the same thing. Elohim is a title, not a name. So,
okay. Ṣé parí ìgbà tí mo máa fi
báwo lẹ́yìn Kristi ẹni sùúrù sá.
Ẹjọ́ jẹ́ kí n rìfọ́ìsì sí bàbá àkàrà ẹjọ́.
No sir. Ẹ má bínú bàbá mi, ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ hold on sir. Ẹjọ́ Big Joes níbi tí wọ́n ti sọ pé the Most High divide the nation and the part of Yahweh is Jacob, is lot of Jacob. Ẹjọ́ àyàwó ni Bible verse wo mo fẹ́ gbé síta. I
will take it. After Elohim, go and look at the next pronoun he used is in him will I trust. My Elohim, in him will I trust. That him tells you that yes, but that is resident in one person now. Plural. If you said in them will I trust, then you now say, oh, this is pluralistic. But looking at that, it is he used in the beginning. I will only move it for you by. Let me read it again. Ẹjọ́ come on me ẹjọ́.
Ẹni sùúrù bàbá mi ẹjọ́. I just ẹni sùúrù ẹ má bínú bàbá. Ẹ má sọ. Though mo bínú sí yín, but to be sincere with you.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ bínú sí mi jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ mi ò bínú sí yín Jésù kọ́ mi bẹ́ẹ̀.
To be real, to be honest with you, bàbá. Tí bá ṣe ń tẹ́ ṣe lọ́dọ̀ bàbá Yẹni, I have nothing against you. I like people. That's natural way.
Mi ò ṣẹ̀yìn. Ọlọ́run ẹlẹ́rìí mi ò ṣẹ̀yìn. I didn't want us to discuss that. Èmi àti ilé discuss yẹn ní private thing. Bẹ́ẹ̀ tí ẹ bínú sí mi ò bínú sí yín. And I did not. Mi ò ṣẹ̀yìn. Ẹ jẹ́ ká ka kí ni mò ń gbọ́ yín.
Bàbá mi, àwọn èèyàn lẹ́nu mi báyìí. So ẹ jẹ́ ká focus.
Ẹ ti jump to another verse now. Àkàrà ògùn ti gbà tèmi lórí verse.
Bàbá yẹn ní sùúrù ẹ má dà mí lórí irú náà ẹ ní sùúrù. Bàbá ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa ìjọ mo fẹ́ kẹ́ open mind yín o. Ẹ wo this is Deuteronomy 32 verse 8 to 10. Ẹgbọ́n nǹkan tó sọ o. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn ẹ jọ̀ọ́ please open your mind and listen. Èmi kò sẹ́ni tó lè dà wá lórí àwa ṣe research wa. Wọ́n ní when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bonds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For Yahweh's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of inheritance. bàbá ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi sọ fún wa wípé Most High tó wà nínú ibẹ̀ yẹn, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Bàbá ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi sọ fún wa wípé ó èèyàn kan ló ń sọ̀rọ̀, wọ́n mention Most High, wọ́n mention Almighty, wọ́n mention Yahweh, wọ́n dẹ̀ mention Elohim. Bàbá ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi sọ wípé identity kan ní mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin yẹn, pé orúkọ mẹ́rin yẹn wọ́n fi ń pọ́n identity ẹ̀yọ kan náà fi ń pọ́nlé. Excuse me, mi ì bá wọn jiyàn, ṣùgbọ́n níbí báyìí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá fọkàn bá wa lọ, wọ́n ní when the Most High divided, ẹjọ́ ṣé Yahweh náà ló tún divide? This is Most High and this is Yahweh. Bàbá ọmọlẹ́yìn sọ pé èèyàn kan làwọn méjèèjì, so wọ́n wá ní Most High divide the nation, ó dẹ̀ fún Yahweh ní portion títí ẹ̀. Ẹjọ́ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń fọkàn bá wa lọ, ṣé the same person ni Most High níbí báyìí àti Yahweh, and ṣé Most High ń pín portion fún ara ẹ̀ ni? Ṣé Most High ń pín ogún tó wá ń pín pé báwo ni kí n ṣe gbé, I am the Most High, mo dẹ̀ ti pín ogún mi, ogún tèmi túre. Ẹjọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká àwa tá à ń gbọ́ wa, ó wà very very important ká open mind wa láti ká lẹ̀. So ẹjọ́ màmá mi ẹ má bẹ̀rẹ̀. So mo fẹ́ kí bàbá ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi kan bá wa sọ níta gbé wá yẹn sorry, níta gbé wá yẹn àti bóyá bí Most High àti Yahweh ṣe jẹ́ nǹkan kan, so that àwa béèrè question lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó wà nísàlẹ̀, so a lè bá wa ṣe final judgment. Ẹ ṣeun bàbá ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi, ẹ̀gbọ́n sókè sà.
Now that's why mo fẹ́ kẹ́ jẹ́ kí n lo verse 1 Psalm 91 tẹ́ gbé wá yẹn, because that verse 1 also talk about Most High. Now Most High ní sọ pé is a different person from Yahweh. This is also telling you that the Most High divided the nations. When the Most High divided the nations, their inheritance. Ta ló ń pín ogún? Òun ló ń pín ogún. Most High ló ń pín ogún. When he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. So he set the bound. He is relating it to Israel again. So in verse 2, he only gave him the same title for the same person. For Yahweh's portion is his people. For Yahweh's portion is his people. He was the one who divided in verse 8. In verse 9, he said his own people are his own people, his own portion and his own people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. So Yahweh has chosen, Most High has chosen Israel for his people, are in a number of places. He said, Israel, thou art my people. You will call me my God, and I will call you my people. So gods are everywhere, not only in Deuteronomy, not only in many parts of the Bible. And I can point on and on with a little this. I can point on and on when he said, my God, your people. So God, Yahweh, Most High is the same person, except if we want to now say, okay, we want to put different persons onto it. No, we can't put different persons onto it. We can say it is one person.
Wọ́n ní kẹ́lòmíì sọ̀rọ̀ nígbà tí ṣe pà ń ṣe dìbé àwọn tó bá ibi àwọn èèyàn sọ látàárọ̀ mi ò sọ anything. Ẹni sùúrù bàbá mi ò ríṣẹ́ má bínú. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa tẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ bí báyìí ẹ mọ̀ pé like I said à ń kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ ni. Tẹ́ ẹ bá ti agree pẹ̀lú gbogbo nǹkan tí bàbá ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi sọ wípé Elohim èèyàn lòun pín ogún, Most High divided inheritance. Wọ́n wá ní Most High tún pín ogún fún ara ẹ̀, ó ń pín ogún tún pín ogún fún ara ẹ̀. Tẹ́ bá ti agree pẹ̀lú bàbá ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi, ẹ bá wa ṣe thumb up. Tẹ́ bá ti disagree pẹ̀lú wọn, ẹ bá wa mú jẹ́ kí thumb up yẹn kó padà sísàlẹ̀ kó jẹ́ thumbs down. If you agree with the explanation of bàbá ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi, thumb up. If you disagree pé àtàkì àlásán ni wọ́n ṣe, thumbs down. Ẹ jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn, ẹ má jẹ́ kán dà wá lórí irú mọ́. We are in a generation tá gbọ́dọ̀ máa mọ̀ òótọ́. Àwọn bàbá yìí ibi tán bá wa dé la wà lénìí. Ibi gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ kí next generation kó tún fall, kó tún jẹ nínú irọ́ tó fi bọ́ wa dàgbà. They have been feeding us lies since when we were a child. And we cannot continue feeding our children and the next generation with the same lies just because we want to defend story that doesn't belong to our land. So if you disagree with this man, thumbs down. Let everybody know you disagree with his explanation. Thumbs down. You agree, thumb up. The next person can bounce, okay. But I'm telling you today, Most High, Yahweh, Elohim means gods, many gods. Plural ni Ọlọ́run tó pọ̀ ní Elohim, like àwọn irúnmọlẹ̀ wa, àwọn la lè fi ṣe example gods. Tó bá kó Ṣàngó, Ọbàtálá, gbogbo wọn yẹn a lè máa pè wọ́n ní gods tán pọ̀. So ẹ má jẹ́ kí wọ́n fi rọ́, ẹ má jẹ́ kí next generation tún jẹ ogún irọ́ yìí, ẹ má jẹ́ kán gbà. So ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé thumbs down, pé you disagree with him. Thank you. Ẹni tó bá fẹ́ gbọ́n sókè, mo fún wọn láyè nísìn.
Ẹjọ́.
ẹjọ ẹ fún mi ìṣẹ́jú kan bàbá mi òrìṣà. Bàbá mi ẹjọ ẹ fún mi ìṣẹ́jú kan sà ẹ fún mi ìṣẹ́jú kan ẹ ṣé. Now if you read verse 10, which is very important, mi ò kí ẹ pé tense up or tense. If you read verse 10, it said he, and it has always make reference to he, singular. It didn't say them. He found him in the desert place and in the ways whole wilderness. He led him about. The first E for Yahweh and the second being Jacob or Israel. That's another good example. Ibi tí Bíbélì bá ti sọ pé Jacob, it also means Israel. So are you saying it's different thing? And that's why when Jacob wrestled with God, he said, now your name shall be changed from Jacob to Israel. So Israel and Jacob, the Bible used them interchangeably. Are you saying it's two different persons? So we know when the Bible uses things that are interchangeable. Modetimakpere, chief commander of the armed forces, is also the president. He also has many titles. And that is the same thing with Yahweh. There are many titles with him. I think I've shown my case. If you read verse 10, you will discover it's making reference to he. If you read verse 8, it's making reference to him. And the Yahweh and Elohim and Most High are residents in one person. You can term whatever you want to term. Thank you.
Ṣé mo fẹ́ béèrè kan kí eloquent kan tó kí n tó fún time. Ṣé Elohim, is it one God or many gods?
Very good question. You see,
ẹ kàn sọ mi fẹ́ kó pẹ́
no.
mi ò ní fẹ́ mi béèrè for that question ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi explain because we want to move on.
Now Elohim is pluralistic because when if it Kokori was in Genesis chapter, any better question can you come answer now?
No, mo ti sọ ẹ dúró ẹni tó béèrè question ó sọ fún mi pé I want direct answer. Is Elohim plural or singular? You say Elohim is plural.
Don't always tie people's hand. Let the truth.
Let's move on. No. I don't need further. I need to rule now. I don't need further explanation. Oh, yeah,
but others may, because this is...
No, I'm the questionnaire. I don't need it. I can understand. Explain. The answer you want me, if you say they are not plural, I said I will be okay with it. You say they are plural, we okay, then we move on. Eloquent, do you have something to say?
Okay, the plural is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. That's okay. Thank you.
Ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi, ẹ̀yin ò ṣàgùntàn. Ewúrẹ́ Jésù gidi lọ ní Kristi. Ẹ ṣáà mention pé ẹ̀sùn nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ sọ yẹn tán.
I rò pé lásán ni I'm advocate for Christ and that I am
advocate for destruction of Yoruba land. So,
Talo meet me now, mi ò jà now.
Èmi ò mú tí èmi kọ́ mo mú tí àwọn ìyá mi òṣòròǹgà ló mú tí
ìyá mi ò jà now.
Àwọn ìyá mi òṣòròǹgà lọ gbẹ́bọ ètùtù kọ́ lè yọnu sí yín bá ṣe máa ń ṣe ilẹ̀ Yorùbá nìyẹn. So eloquent ṣe fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ká tó move on. Mo fẹ́ engage ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi based on àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kan. Eloquent mo ti máa pè é lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí o ṣe fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀. Òkè òrìṣà ọba ẹgbọ́n sókè bàbá. Òrìṣà ọba ṣẹ̀ wà ń bẹ̀. Òrìṣà ọba ṣẹ̀ wà ń bẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn ń gbọ́ mi ṣá.
Mo ń gbọ́ yín.
Max Abago ti òrìṣà ọba ṣẹ̀ wà ń bẹ̀. Òkè òrìṣà ọba ò sí bẹ̀. Bàbá èṣù ṣẹ́ nìkan tẹ́ fẹ́ sọ.
Yeah, bàbá èṣù ní nǹkan tó fẹ́ sọ torí mo rí pọ́n.
Mo wò pé kí n dákẹ́ ńgbà tẹ́lẹ̀ fẹ́ engage wọn ni orí ẹ̀ náà lèmi fẹ́ engage wọn lé lórí.
Engage wọn bàbá èṣù.
Engage ẹ jẹ́ kí n lo 10 minutes because engage tí n fẹ́ engage wọn mo fẹ́ reveal one of the biggest scam tó wà behind Jesus. Mo fẹ́ reveal ẹ̀ lénìí. Mo sọ pé mo fẹ́ àwọn apology àwọn tí àti don't discuss debate but ìyẹn mo tún ní mi lọ́wọ́ ó pọ̀ bọ̀.
Bàbá àkàrà ó túmọ̀ sí pé fẹ́ kúrò lórí this particular
topic. The same particular kinní náà ni the same particular but based on Jesus ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ yín lọ ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ yín ẹ yá.
Ẹ ṣeun pẹ̀lú narration tí bàbá mi fún wa bàbá ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi mo kí yín o orí pé kí mi lẹ́ẹ̀kan ẹ ṣeun mo kí ẹ̀yin náà ẹ káàbọ̀ lórí ètò wa ẹ ṣeun. Deuteronomy 32:8-9 ó ṣe allocation tẹ́ bá ka 10 orí pé tẹ́ bá ka 10 ṣé ẹ ti ka 10 bàbá ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi ṣé ẹ ka 10 lẹ́ẹ̀kan.
It's a familiar passage mo ti make reference to 10 yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká ka 10 yẹn síta káwọn èèyàn gbọ́.
He found him in a desert land and in waste oiling wilderness.
Ẹ má kà lọ ibẹ̀ yẹn lèmi nílò. He found him in a desert land. Lẹ́yìn ìgbà tó ti allocate ó pín nǹkan tó kọ́ ń bẹ̀ yẹn tèmi rí o ó pín gbogbo àgbáyé into 12 portion. Gbogbo orílẹ̀ àgbáyé
sà ẹ jẹ́ kí underline rẹ̀ gbogbo àgbáyé lẹ wí sà.
Ẹ kà síta ẹ jẹ́ ká.
Nǹkan tẹ́ wí ni mi ò rí gbogbo àgbáyé mbẹ̀ ṣé gbogbo àgbáyé ni 12 portions sà.
When the most ti maka okay mo bọ̀.
Because
when the most high God ẹ máa gbọ́ mi ẹ jẹ́ kí n ka verse 8 only when the most high gave the nations ó fi s sí ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ kì í ṣe nation lásán nations their inheritance when he divided all mankind ó túmọ̀ sí gbogbo ayé o tó máa lo all mankind kò yọ ẹ̀yà kankan sílẹ̀ he set up boundaries for the peoples kò kọ peoples ó fi s sí ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ according to the number of sons of Israel. Ó túmọ̀ sí wípé ó pín gbogbo ayé ó ṣe boundary ẹ̀ sí ọ̀nà 12.
Ọ̀nà 12 yẹn mi ò gbà no sà ibẹ̀ yẹn ni mo ti fẹ́ take in sà no mi ò gbà. Ẹ kú pé gbogbo ayé ló pín sí 12 sà.
Nǹkan tó wà nínú Bible mo ti ń ka nǹkan tí mo kà sí.
Ẹ fún mi ní 12 nínú Bible yẹn sà. It said numbers. Did it say 12?
Ẹ máa gbọ́ mi. Okay, ọmọ mélòó ni Israel?
You see, ìgbà tí ẹ sọ pé gbogbo ayé, if you have said he divided Israel into 12, mi ò ní jìyìn ní, mi ò ní já yín níyàn.
No, bàbá mi ẹ má twist ẹ, hold on, ẹ gbọ́ wáyé.
Ẹ̀yin ni kẹ́ má twist ẹ sir, with respect sir, with respect.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sir, ẹ má worry. Ó ní 8 ni mò ń kà náà tí mò ń lé emphasis lé lórí.
Ẹ máa mú 12 jáde nínú 8 yẹn sir.
Ẹ máa gbọ́, ó ní when the most high gave the nations, kò sọ pé nations gbogbo àgbáyé their inheritance.
Nations ò túmọ̀ sí gbogbo àgbáyé sà ẹ má ṣe.
Bámi nation tó wà ń bẹ̀ yẹn ẹ sì wà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ kì í ṣe nation tó dá dúró.
mi ò sọ pé nations kò kọ́ tẹ bá sọ pé nations gbogbo àgbáyé no.
Ẹ wo tó máa ń jiyàn tó bá fẹ́ kẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ block mic wọn tó pé ní ọ̀dọ̀ wọn kí n tẹ́ kí yàn sọ̀rọ̀ àtọ̀ ok don tó bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi ẹ calm down kàn sọ̀rọ̀ náà tàbá wá sọ́dọ̀ yín kí n jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ tó pé ẹ̀rù máa ń bà yín ẹ̀rù kí n bà wá don ẹ calm down.
Adàfin tó bá jẹ́ mi ni mo sọ̀rọ̀ fún.
Ẹ ní sùúrù bàbá mi ẹ fún mi ok ẹ fún mi 30 seconds ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo fi Olódùmarè bẹ̀ yín.
Ẹ ignore ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ṣẹgbọn ẹ jẹ́ èmi àti yín láti jọ ń sọ̀rọ̀.
Ẹ mọ̀ pọ́rọ̀ kì í gba etí bàbá ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi ọ̀rọ̀ kì í kọjá wọn wá sọ
ṣáà. Mo ṣe nìkan rí náà tó má ti lè bọ́ sórí ẹ̀ báyìí níwìn kankan ṣe máa bọ́ síbòmí ẹ̀yin lẹ ní ká lo English now tí wọ́n bá sọ pé nation NATION ẹ jọ kí náà rí fáàsì.
dáhùn eléyìí báyìí sá.
That would be what?
Now nations does not necessarily, in fact Nigeria is a nation. if you look at it in terms of languages, and that's correct, because the number of languages we have in Nigeria is more than one. So sometimes instead of using tribes, they use nation. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Your tribe kúrò nínú Nigeria. Kí ni Nigeria?
Nigeria is a nation because you are looking at it as single entity.
See people that listen. Frustrating.
Engage. Lose focus and discuss. Nigeria, see, America. Nigeria is a nation. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́.
Yes, in plain English, yes.
Ẹ ṣeun. Tí ọmọ Amẹ́ríkà bá wá sọ wípé nations of the world. Ṣé Amẹ́ríkà nìkan ló ń rí fásì?
In today's English, no.
In today's English, no.
Yes,
now,
yes, I put today's English.
Ẹ̀yin lẹ ní ká go by the English. Torí ẹ̀ ló jẹ́ kí n kọ́.
But this English are not today's English only. They go with the element of today's English alone, sir. Very good question.
Mo fẹ́ béèrè kan ṣé àwọn Christian náà ní a form of takia nínú Bible ni kò yé mi.
No understanding ni bí.
No, ẹ̀yin kọ́ mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ náà bàbá Èṣù ni mo sọ náà. Ṣé àwọn bàbá Èṣù ṣé àwọn Christian ní a form of takia nínú Bible ni because Christianity takia ó tún le ju.
Kí náà lọ ń ṣe ní theology school ìrọ́kọ́ náà lọ ń kọ́ ní theology school.
Ó yá ẹ continue mo gbẹjọ engagement yẹn bàbá wọ́n ṣe ń yẹ everything modern day Christianity modern day English ancient day English.
Ọmọ ògùdọ̀ jogún irọ́ eléyìí fa.
Mo gbèdì fún yín ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi ẹ máa continue conversation yín èmi náà ṣì ń bọ̀ ẹ máa continue.
Ẹ sì fèmí àti wọ́n lẹ̀ ṣeun ẹ̀yin lẹ ní ká lọ by the English táǹkà to a layman tí ò nílò kó lọ kọ́ ìtàn ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì kó lọ kọ́ ìtàn inú Bible ó ṣe tó bá gbé verse yìí tó ń kà á láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ tó dé this particular point.
Bàmí ẹjọ ẹ má bínú pé mo interrupt ẹ kà nǹkan tí ọmọ Èṣù Promas sọ ó ní nation is a group of people same language culture and tradition and that is the definition of the Bible. Mi ò mọ yẹn o. But that is correct. Nation could mean language. Ibi tí mo sọ náà nìyẹn culture. That person understand English. I'm serious.
Right, ẹ ṣeun gan.
Bàbá ọmọ Èṣù àwàrà àṣẹ lọ school.
No. It's detailed understanding na ṣé wọn lọ school kan ni. O mi ò lágbè àṣẹ sọ̀rọ̀.
Ẹ má jẹ́ ká kúrò lórí ẹ má wọrí ẹ̀yẹn fi gbogbo yẹn lẹ̀. Nǹkan tá à ń kàn bíbí. Tí ẹ bá go by the kind wípé the ọmọ méjìlá àwọn ọmọ tí Israel bí now ká wá lọ theology ọmọ mélòó ló bí nígbà tí ẹ̀fẹ̀ bá yín lọ the English word nation tó máa sọ wípé òkè àwọn ẹ̀yà bíi ti Nàìjíríà náà pé nation okay good ọmọ mélòó ni Israel bí.
Ọmọ méjìlá lọ Israel ló tara Israel jáde.
Ọmọ méjìlá ni Israel bí.
Ṣé máa fún mi ní 30 seconds sir. Ẹ jẹ́ fún mi 30
mo fẹ́ ti ṣàlàyé lẹ́ẹ̀kan ṣé bí nǹkan tí ò yá wa làwa fẹ́ padà béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín.
Mo fẹ́ sọ fún yín pé that's why tí mi ò fi gbà lọ́wọ́ yín when you say nation pé 12 tẹ bá narrow ẹ̀ to Israel mi ò ní bá yín jìnnà but ìgbà tẹ bá sọ pé nation is going beyond Israel máa bá yín jìnnà.
bàbá ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi ẹ fi nation lẹ̀ mi ì fẹ́ lọ síbẹ̀ yẹn mọ́ mo fẹ́ mú mi síta fún yín tẹ́ fi máa mọ̀ pé tó kọ nǹkan tó kọ sínú bí ó mọ nǹkan tó kọ ẹ̀yin lẹ̀ ń wá explanation tó suit yín now ọmọ méjìlá òní Israel bí ṣé ń gbọ́ mi now Yahweh ní òun pín inheritance àbí láàrin ọmọ méjìlá.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sá
ẹ gbọ́ mi àbẹ́ ìgbọ́ mi bàbá mi ó pín inheritance
yẹn
according to you ó pín láàrin ọmọ méjìlá now tẹ́ bá lọ ka 10 ó yẹ ka 10 síta káwọn èèyàn gbọ́.
10 he found him in a desert and in the waste-howling wilderness. He led him about. He instructed him. He kept him as the apple of his eye.
As the apple of the eye, ẹ máa ka gbogbo àwọn qualification tó fi sí.
As an eagle stretched up a dash. That's ibi tí mo rí dé àfi tí máa gbé Bible tèmi hard copy.
Okay.
And that's not the same version.
Now, bàbá mi, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ibo ló ti rí Abraham?
Ibi tó ti rí Abraham. When he was coming out of his father's house.
When he was coming out of his father's house.
Ṣé Abraham ló lọ́mọ méjìlá, sir? because you are, okay, when he was coming out, ẹ má bínú mo jẹ̀bi, ẹ má bínú mo
ẹ kàn jẹ́ kí
jẹ̀bi,
n sọ fún yín àgbàlagbà ní kò dáa.
ẹ má bínú mo jẹ̀bi, ẹ má mú bèrè yín bọ̀. Nígbà tó ń jáde láti, when he come out of Paran.
ẹjọ ṣé nu pápá níbẹ̀ àbí kì í ṣe pápá, ṣé desert ni, ṣé greenland ni, ṣé forest land ni.
I don't know. Mi ò mọ̀ the vegetative description. I'm being honest now. Mi ò mọ̀ vegetative description of Paran, but I know, and that was tẹ́ bá sọ pé okay pápá ni, I don't know the vegetative description. I don't know, but I just know it by name because the storyline was not about the description of the place, but after.
tá bá lọ sí school ibo náà máa ń pè ní present day Haran fún wa.
Ṣé Iran làwọn máa ń pè àbí Iraq?
Iraq ilẹ̀ lè pe vegetation ọbẹ̀ yẹn.
Ṣé iṣẹ́ ti lọ bẹ̀rí ni mi ò tí study vegetation bẹ̀ yẹn. Now there are a lot of ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ lé, there are a lot of.
ẹ ti dá mi lóhùn bàbá mi má wọrí ẹ mọ ọ̀rọ̀ tèmi tẹ́ bá ti dá ẹ ti dáhùn so ẹ já kàn tó bá yẹn. Now Abraham ó bá God pàdé ó bá Yahweh pàdé even ó tún tempt ẹ ó tún ṣe gbogbo ẹ fún kò divide the nation fún kó sọ fún pé báyìí ni màá ṣe pín ilẹ̀ ó dé orí Isaac kò divide ilẹ̀ fún ó dé orí Esau àti Jacob kò divide ilẹ̀ throughout with the boundaries ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tó dórí Jacob mo fẹ́ lọ ní narration yín tẹ̀ ń describe ni o because ẹlẹ́tí ní backup kan nulẹ̀ nìkan sọ nǹkan yẹn mo fẹ́ break ẹ̀ down fún yín kájọ sọ bó ṣe wà nínú bábẹ́ẹ̀lì ṣe ń interpret ẹ̀ káwọn èèyàn gbọ́ now ìgbà tó dórí Jacob ìyẹn tó di Israel àbí ó wá divide the boundaries for all mankind àbí.
Ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ question yín dáadáa. Mo fẹ́ mọ̀ pé.
Tẹ́bàkà 8 when the Most High gave the nations the inheritance when he divided all mankind ṣáwọn ọmọ méjìlá náà lórí fàásì àwọn ló ń pè ní all mankind.
If you say sons of Abraham, Adam, many people will think, okay, it's go beyond the 12.
Nǹkan tá a kà ń bíbí bàbá mi 8 tá n kà lọ́wọ́ ẹ ti ní ká yọ nation kúrò wípé àwọn ẹ̀yà tó wà nínú Israel ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ mo wá ní kẹ́ wá move forward ó wá lòun divide the boundaries divided boundaries for all mankind. Mo wá ń béèrè pé sáwọn ọmọ méjìlá náà ló ń pè ní all mankind.
Command then read on, sir. Command then read on.
Ẹ jẹ́ àkọ́kọ́ mú bẹ̀ yẹn náà kẹ́ tó read on. He
Okay.
divided
Now
all
this is my honest understanding of the passage. I said underline the word honest. This is my honest understanding of the passage. Okay. That nation again, I am of the opinion he is talking about the children of Israel. And that's my yes. You want to any solution? Any solution?
Hold on. Ẹ má ní kí hold on. Èmi mo ní session mi lèmi engage yín. Ẹ̀yin ní kẹ́ gbọ́ nǹkan tèmi fẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ tèmi fẹ́ kọ́ láti inú nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ sọ. Now tí n bá get yín right nísìn. Nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ sọ fáwọn èèyàn ni wípé interpretation ti yín ni.
I said this is my honest understanding. I didn't say interpretation. This is my honest understanding. That's what I use. I didn't say my interpretation. Honest understanding. If you now have a different understanding, say it.
Bàbá ọmọlẹ́yìn Jésù.
Yes, sir.
Ẹjọ́ tẹ́ bá ka Bible verse fún yàn. Tí ò bá yé yàn. Tí mo jọmọ jọ yín ẹ wàásù Bible verse kan fún mi. Tí mo wá bá yín. Pé nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ kàn ká nínú ìwàásù yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan kò yé mi o.
Yes, sir.
Nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ máa ṣe fún mi.
Very good.
Why are you running away from that word?
And I'm telling you honestly again, I will look at KJV mo ma fin preach. And I want to mọ̀ pẹ̀lú KJV. I will not tell you which language do you best understand. Tó bá ṣe Yorùbá ni màá ní ó yá gbé Yorùbá Bible jáde. Ṣé you understand? I'm at wo Yorùbá Bible. Tí ó bá tẹ́ mi lọ́rùn, then we begin to look at ayé Ọlọ́run ti sọ ayé dẹ̀rọ̀ ń sìn. we begin to look at it from many versions until we come to a uniform understanding. And that's what I
interpretation
do.
kò lè wá fún.
Sir?
Ṣé kò ń ṣe interpretation lẹ fún yẹn?
Interpretation bíi ti báwo?
Tí pásọ̀ bá ń wàásù lórí pẹpẹ.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sir.
Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Pásọ̀ ń wàásù lórí pẹpẹ. Gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n ń kà lórí pẹpẹ, gbogbo ọmọ ìjọ gan lè ti láǹfààní kan ti kà. Àwọn ìjọ gangan ti wà tó yẹ pé ìwàásù tán máa ṣe ní next week. Wọ́n ti fi topic yẹn lẹ́ week, àwọn èèyàn ó ti ka Bible verse yẹn.
That's Bible study, not ìwàásù proper sir.
Ẹ lè pè ní that is the closest word ní Yorùbá. Now tẹ́ ẹ bá wà lórí pẹpẹ, àwọn ọmọ ìjọ ti ka nǹkan ìtẹ́lẹ̀. Kí ni nǹkan tẹ́ ń ṣe fún wọn?
Now àtúbọ̀ láyé wọn kọ́ lè ní grounded knowledge of it.
Kí ni nǹkan tẹ́ lè fi summarize ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn? Interpretation ni. Interpret verse yẹn fún wọn. Torí ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ṣe lọ missionary school, lẹ́ṣẹ̀ lọ gbogbo theological school, everything. Because ẹ ti ní in-depth knowledge yẹn. Now, ibi tẹ́ ń sọ fún wa bíbí interpretation ti yín, understanding ti yín lẹ̀ ń fún wa.
I was being humble, but that is what I feel, except you now say no. The only thing tí ó jẹ́ kí n má sọ pé 100% is I find the word Adam in this. If I bring out my KJV, I may have a different understanding entirely. But seeing the word Adam here, and you are not even using Adam, you are using Abraham. Fine. If we say son of Adam, it's any suru, sir. You said Abraham, any suru, sir. Any suru, me okay, sorrow for long if teba mommy. Now, teba sọ pé Adam, we would think is the whole of mankind. And that's why, but if you look at children of Israel and then big passage getting born, you will think it's limited to who? To the children of Israel. Onimofini, that's my honest understanding. Tí o bá say the word, tí n bá kà ní another version and Adam is not there, maybe my check the Bible mi jáde nsìn, I have my hard copy.
Yeah, mo ti gbọ́ yín. Màá wá ka nǹkan kan síta ní ìsìn fún yín. Kẹ́ ẹ gbọ́ mi. Nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ kà síta yìí, ó ní understanding ten pass across sí wa. Àti most of the church member. Màá kà síta fún yín nísìn. Màá kà láti 8. When the Most High gave the nation their inheritance, He set up boundaries for the people according to the numbers of sons of Israel. Ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ yẹn, ṣó ó suit to understanding yín? Ṣó bá mu?
Mi ò listen to yín so much. Ẹ tún help me. Remind me the place. Mi ò rántí mo kàn remind me the place ẹ jọ̀ọ́.
Deuteronomy 38 lankana.
Mo ti gbé Bible mi Deuteronomy 38.
Deuteronomy 32.
32 mo ti wà ńbẹ̀. Ẹgbọ́n sókè sà.
Yeah, Mark verse 8. Only when the Most High gave the nations their inheritance, when He divided, ó fi comma sí inheritance yẹn, ó wá ní when He divided all mankind, comma, that is action in progress. He set up boundary for peoples according to the numbers of sons of Israel. Àwa wá fún yín ní interpretation tiwa, understanding tiwa, ẹni no ó wrong. Màá wá kà ní ìsìn, màá tún kà. Ẹ wá gbọ́ nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ kà ní ìsìn. Tó bá understanding yín mu nǹkan tẹ́ ń try láti ṣàlàyé fún wa, káwa lè kẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Yóò máa kẹ́kọ̀ọ́, ká lè kọ́ kó lè yé wa. Màá wá tún kà ní ìsìn. When the most, mò ń ka 8. When the Most High gave the nations their inheritance, He set up boundaries for people according to the numbers of the sons of Israel. So, ó suit narration yìí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sir, ẹ go on.
Alright, ṣé notice pé mo ṣe nǹkan kan nínú nǹkan tí mo kà ní.
You place Adam Israel instead of Adam, Momo.
So withdraw when He divided all mankind. Tó jẹ́ pé nínú KJV, ẹ máa rí when He divided the inheritance of the sons of Adam. Ẹ máa rí nínú àwọn version mi. Mo yọ kúrò. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ wípé ó fún ní different interpretation, different understanding entirely.
Bóyá ẹ jọ̀ọ́ sà, bí mi ṣe rí pé ká ní ẹ jẹ́ kí n ka bí mo ṣe rò pé ká. Bóyá mi ò farabalẹ̀ gbọ́ iye. Verse 8 yẹn, I'm reading from KJV sir. When bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe bí mo ṣe rò pé ká ni mo ṣe máa kà. Not nǹkan tó ń kọ síbẹ̀. When the Most High divided into the nation their inheritance, when He separated the sons of Israel. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi sà? Mo ti ibi tẹ́ ti dúró nìyẹn. So instead of Adam, hello Israel, nǹkan tí mi rò pé kà nìyẹn. Adam is in that passage, but you use Israel.
Ẹgbọ́n mi, ẹ ti gẹ̀ẹ́tẹ̀ náà. Ẹ má worry, ẹ má gẹ̀ẹ́tẹ̀ nísìn. When the Most High gave the nation their inheritance. Ṣé rí yẹn nu Bible ọ̀dọ̀ títí yín?
Yes.
Mo wá move síwájú. Ṣé mọ̀ pé kọ́ má wà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀? Ó wá sọ
Yes.
nǹkan kan tó sọ gbogbo Adam ní àwọn version kan, mankind lẹ máa rí ní àwọn version kan. Mo wá delete yẹn kúrò. Mo wá bọ́ sí pé he set up boundaries for the people according to the number of the sons of Israel.
Okay, ẹ jẹ́ kí n wo bí tí ẹ omit. He set up the boundaries. He separated the sons of Adam. When he separated the sons of Adam, lẹ omit.
Omit ẹ̀.
Okay. But it is still there, and I am giving him the same interpretation as if you omit it. Ask me why, sir.
Any reason?
Good. Look at verse 7. Because Taban, look at verse 7. Let's read from verse 7. Remember the days of old. He's talking to a group of people. Moses Lonsoromi. He said, remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, ask thy father, ask thy father, and he will show thee the elders, and they will tell thee. When? So he's talking to people. This whole passage is about Israel, not the whole nations of the earth.
Bàbá mi.
Sir?
Èmi ti gbọ́ àlàyé yín sẹ́. Èmi kan tẹ̀mí ń sọ nísìn, according to you, that when he divided all mankind, ní ìdí ẹ̀ ká delete ẹ̀. Inú Bible ọ̀dọ̀ mi nísìn, èmi ti fa tempo lé lórí. Torí ẹ ti ní ká yọ kúrò. Because tá a bá fi sínú ẹ̀, another interpretation tó yàtọ̀ sí ti yín ló máa gbé jáde fún wa.
Now, Taba Fisisa, is Israel not part of the sons of Adam?
Kò sẹ́ni tó sọ pé Israel ló ń ṣe part of the sons. But
Okay.
ìyẹn limit ẹ̀ sí Israel nìkan. But
That's
tẹ́ bá ti lè fi ìyẹn sí, ó túmọ̀ sí wípé kì í ṣe Israel nìkan ló ń refer sí. It's actually referring to the whole of the world, the whole mankind. Ó ló ń refer sí. Plain English ni. Ṣùgbọ́n tá